Ian, Shaun, absolutely fantastic atmosphere here today, fantastic performance. You must be over the moon.
It's difficult, I think, because I've got mixed emotions in terms of, everything you said is right, but again, I have the emotions of where we've been over the last sort of 5 or 6 weeks and why we haven't performed to that level again. We know we've got to perform to a really high level against teams like Dorking and Maidstone and Dartfords, and we've done that this last sort of 4 or 5 weeks. But it's in between that where disappoints me, and that's not being disrespectful to your Chelmsfords, your Braintrees, your Billerickys and your Welling. We just haven't really performed in them games to the level, and you have to give all them teams real credit, but we've never reached the heights in them games as we've gone and done today.
What is that? Is that a psychological aspect as opposed to a playing aspect?
I suppose it is really. At the end of the day, I think people might look at the league table and might think that they've got to try to the level they've tried today. We have to look at everything in terms of trying to improve us as a team, trying to improve us on match days, trying to improve us when we play teams that are not in the top 4 or 5, because certainly it made Dartford last week at 1-1, we were in the game, we made a horrendous mistake, and teams don't make mistakes against us like they do. You've seen today we've had to work extremely hard, but Shaun's probably had 5 of the best chances in the game, and he's probably disappointed he's not sitting here with a match ball again. He's got 2 bottles of champagne, but I'm sure he'd have swapped them quite easily for a match ball, and he's had the chances to do that, he knows that, but he was like the old Shaun Jeffers I felt today. He was sharp, he was bright, he was in and around the box, he was causing their centre halves lots of troubles, and we've missed that the last couple of weeks now. Whether that's Shaun trying to recuperate from having such a hard long season, we said in the first half of the season he probably needs a few more rest than what we gave him. But again, as I say, very difficult. Defenders have been outstanding today. Michael Johnson's been off all week with a virus. Was outstanding. His handling was brilliant. And it's just one of them games when they come together like that, you're really pleased.
Yeah. And Shaun, so there we go, man of the match, a couple of bottles of champagne. Talk us through your whole performance.
Like the gaffer said, probably disappointed that it wasn't a match ball. Obviously delighted to get the winner and the 3 points. So obviously we need the 3 points to help our playoff push still. But yeah, disappointed that it wasn't the match ball. I had a couple of chances before that, and probably on another day I would have stuck them away. But glad to get it in the end.
I mean, that one right after half time, we were up in the commentary box. We thought that was in.
Yeah, I bet everyone probably thought the net was just going to nestle. It was going to nestle in the bottom corner. But just got a little bit too much on it. But I just thought I'm going to keep going, keep plugging away, and I knew another opportunity would come, and I just had to put that away.
OK, thank you. We'll come back to you in a second. Ian, from the very start of the game, there seemed to be sort of it was a bit lethargic at the start from both teams. There seemed to be, no one was really, it was actually, the first 2 minutes was really quick. Then it sort of like calmed down. It was sort of quite quiet.
I think you've got to be careful when you're playing teams like Dorking. They're a full-time side, and they've got excellent players, and they're very well coached and managed, and you've got to be careful you don't open yourself up too much too quickly against them, and if you do that, they'll punish you. You see last week they got 7 against Concord. I think their goal record this year is unreal. But we always knew if we stayed in the game that we would create some chances. Even down there on the second game of the season, it was only when we got tired on a hot day and their legs, they made 3 substitutions that I felt changed the game. But at 2-1 up to us in the second half, we've had 2 or 3 really good chances to go and win the game. We didn't defend that last 10 minutes where we've defended the last 10 minutes today. It's important to get fresh legs on with 15 minutes to go, just in an important area, which was in the engine room. And I thought Bailey and David's come on and done great, and Johnny Goddard, and it just needed that second goal really, just to calm the nerves a little bit, because their long throws and corners are always going to cause you problems.
And was that the message at half time? We're 50% there. You've done your job so far. Just keep going, a little bit tighter, a little bit quicker.
I thought we just got to be patient. It was about being patient. As I said to him at half time, I felt our ball retention in the first half was poor. Though there was a fantastic work rate out there where every time we won the ball back we gave it away, and if you keep doing that eventually you'll get punished for it. So second half was trying to get us to have a bit more ball retention. I think some of the passages we made into their half in the second half were excellent. I felt Joe, Neil and Mitchell and Zane behind this guy, they must have covered some ground today, and it was just really pleasing to see what they've done. Their ball retention in the second half was much better. We got up the pitch further, and it gave us the opportunities to go and get the goal. And as I say, at that stage there, we had a couple of really good chances to go 1 up even earlier. And if that had got mapped earlier, they might have come out a bit quicker. But then you see what it was like in that last sort of 10-15 minutes. It was a bit like the Alamo in there, and cross, corner and everything, but the 4 defenders had to go and be big, strong, stick their head on it and defend for their lives.
And Shaun, playing up front, gone are the days really where you have 2 up front. I mean, sometimes that happens, but it's just you. leading the whole line, working the whole line. It's a thankless task, isn't it?
I mean, there's probably a lot of hard work put in every position, really. Like Gaffer just said, the defence, we wouldn't have this result if we didn't keep a clean sheet. So I think everyone worked tirelessly, and I'm just doing my part and my role as up top on my own. So there's been times where we had two up front, like you said, but just leading the line and try and hold the ball up and try and link the play. And I thought we showed great combinations with Zane, Mitch and Joe, and we're always going to be a threat up there. So with the clean sheet, and we've always got a chance of winning the game. Yeah,
and of course we moved to Monday, up to Oxford. You've done well up there already in the Cup this season. How do you approach that game now?
We just got to approach it as we normally do. Obviously we've played against them twice. We know what their strengths and weaknesses are. We've got to make sure that we get our playing game correctly on the day. And it's whether we've got the personnel. People don't realise we've had a horrendous virus go through this club this week, and our training sessions have been massively interrupted in terms of players being here and not being here. And we're a patched up squad today. But the boys have done great. The boys that were given the opportunity have done great. But again, it's been a tough week. Tuesday night, I think this guy was down with it, but he's turned up Thursday and managed to get through the training session. Though he felt very, very weak and very tired after it. He's shown today that by giving him that rest on Tuesday and leaving him in bed was the best thing we could do. And there's been a number of players who've been like that. Johnny Goddard's been missing all week. Michael Johnson's been missing all week, and it's been a tough week really in terms of that. But they've listened to their plan. We worked hard on Tuesday and Thursday with it. They've looked at it again today, and then we'll go into Monday and do exactly the same.
Right, and City Youth Day today, it must be great looking out. I mean, the crowds have been fantastic this season, but looking out and seeing so many yellow shirts speckled around the crowd as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think I took a few pictures with the young ones there, but no, it's great to see everyone out here in force, and we need all the support we can get. And it showed today with the atmosphere, and it helped us. It was like I said, 12th man, and we got the result, and we're glad to please them.
Right, and so it's Oxford on Monday and then back here next Saturday. It's just all to play for, isn't it, really?
It is, as I said before, the disappointing for me is that it's out of our hands. But that maybe took a little bit of pressure off our boys in terms of being out of our hands, because I felt all season we've been under pressure with being in that top 3 early on, top 6, and then we kept hinking on to the 7th place. We haven't been consistent enough, and we can look back and we probably need to take a bit of time after the season to really have a look back at where it's gone wrong and what we need to do to make sure it doesn't happen again, because there's lots of areas that we have to improve on, especially in the second half of the season.
Yeah. Guys, thank you ever so much. Well done today, and good luck for the next 2.
Thank you very much.
Cheers,
Much appreciated.
Cheers.